Hey everyone, this is Eric again. Sorry about my hair. I literally just got out of the shower maybe 30 minutes ago, and I just ain't brushed it yet. But this is day 2 of kids back to school. How excited are y'all? Me, I'm really ecstatic. You can't tell? I'm sorry. But yet, anyway, yesterday, my kid comes home about almost 4 o'clock. I turn on her and I look at her. It's like, so how was school? Did you enjoy it? She says, yeah, it was okay. I said, do you have homework? No. And then proceeded to turn on her and come inside. Then I followed her. I sat down. She sat right next to me and went to sleep. I'm pretty sure she didn't sleep the night before, so I let her go to sleep. No big deal. This kid did not wake up until 10 o'clock at night. Just long enough to us there eat something and go right back to bed. She slept until 6 o'clock this morning. Ah, the joys of childhood. Anybody all remember not there having any cares in the world and be able to sleep as long as you wanted? Those were the days. But anyways, let's see. What else can we talk about today? I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. I'm pretty sure my wife's going to watch this video. And she's probably going to make me sleep outside. You know something? It's almost worth it. My wife, love her to death. Really do. That woman, she's falling apart. She really is. She has more things happen to her that makes her hurt than anybody I could ever imagine. She can turn around there and bruise herself at work and not know how she did it. Which is pretty much everyone. You never know when how you got a bruise. There's times I turn around there and I'll wake up and I'll turn around there and go throughout the whole day and not realize that I have a bruise. Where this bruise came from, I haven't the slightest clue because I did not hit myself. Nobody hit me. Nothing fell on me. Nothing. There's just a mystery bruise. Like I have one on my leg that I don't know where it came from. It ain't going away anytime soon either. I'm beginning to wonder whether or not it's a bruise. I don't know. You never know these things anymore. Everybody's got their health issues. And, there is so much medical wise that we do not know about the human body. It is what it is. You never know anymore. Everybody, please excuse what I'm drinking. Yes, it's Dr. Pepper. I'm not in any way sponsored by them, so nor are they paying me to sit there and drink it. This is my drink of choice, that or tea. Yes, I'll drink water every once in a while because, I'm tired of listening to my wife complain. But, it is what it is. I like my caffeine. Let's see. The last 2 or 3 days, I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and I've been watching this guy called Forge Labs. He's he's an okay guy. I sit there and he does a lot of hardcore stuff. Like he'll play Minecraft on hardcore, and he does it like 100 days. And he turned on set up one. Not yesterday, but the day before, to where he brought in 5 other people, and they turned us through and they did like a battle royale. It's like a purge, so to speak. Well, they had like 7 days to turn us there and get their stuff all ready. Their forts, all the weapons, the armor, everything you would need to turn us there and survive a fight. So they turned us there. They did it. It was pretty cool. It was a 3-hour segment he did. Well, anyway, one of the guys he turned us there and he had on his on there, he's called Shadow Mech. I've been watching Shadow Mech for like a day now. Right now, I am currently watching I Survived 1,000 Days in Hardcore Minecraft. It's a full movie. It is 12 hours, 45 minutes, and 3 seconds long. I am currently on hour 4 hours, 51 minutes, 15 seconds. And it was published on the 4th of July of this year. So, if anybody knows who those 2 guys are, go ahead and give them go ahead and turn us there and look them up. Give them a like and subscribe. They're clean. There's no cursing. They play the game as it is, survival. They have to survive against like zombie hordes and just different kind of mods. But anyway, I've been sitting there watching Shadow Mech here for, like I said, since yesterday. And he seems okay. I've only watched like one thing he did, and I'm currently on my second one. I'll have to, continue watching to see, how he, what he does in this one here. But since, so in between doing all that, I'm, cleaning up my house a little bit, dishes and laundry and, things we don't like to do, but we do it anyways, just so that, we don't have people riding our backs. I was supposed to have gotten my car fixed today, but a buddy of mine, he ended up having to work, so, and he has the jack that I need. He has a really big jack that I need. Yeah, to be able to lift the car up. Yeah, I've got a floor jack, no problem. A little two-tonner, but he's got a 5-ton, and I kind of need it. I think it's a 5-ton. It may be bigger. I don't know. It's really big. Anyway, yeah, he's the mechanic. I know nothing about none of these new cars, and I really don't care to know anything about these new cars because of all the computers. But you know, it is what it is. You know, if you want to save money, you have to learn. You have to learn to be able to turn out there and take care of your own stuff. So I'm currently turning out there and learning how to do work on some of these new cars, or newish cars. I prefer the old square bodies. You know, one where it's all engine, no computer. You know, back when a car was a car and a truck was a truck. Jeep was a Jeep. You didn't have to worry about any computer. The only computer that there was operating that vehicle was you. Was your little brain. Those were the good old days. You can still find those cars today. You know, I can go right down the street. I don't know, about a mile. And there's a guy who's got a couple old cars for sale. I don't know what they are. I haven't exactly pulled over to turn right there and actually check them out. Which means I also do not know how much the guy wants for them. Whatever he wants for them is probably not enough. All I do know is they are, you know, all muscle, all engine. Which means it's something I would love to own. There's another guy here in my town who has a 67 Impala. Yeah, I know, everybody's going to turn out there and say supernatural. And honestly, the guy turned out there and created the car as a replica of the show. He's got all of it down to a T. He literally has the devil's trap on the hood. Or not the hood, but the trunk lid. And he's wanting... how much did he say? It's like $65,000 for it. And before anybody says anything about that being too much, before, you know, without all of the, you know, it being a replica or a reference to a TV show, that car is worth every bit of penny he's asking. It is all muscle. It is a straight body, no dents, no Bondo, no fillers of any sort. It is all metal, all muscle car. It's worth every penny. And yes, of course, it's black, so you cannot have a 67 Impala any other color but black. I think it's a tuxedo black, matter of fact. And before anybody turns there and asks what's the difference in a normal black car, there are several different colors of black. My preferred color is tuxedo. It is the best looking color black you'll ever find. It is. It really is. It's super shiny. It looks wet, but it's not wet at all. It has its reflective surface is pretty awesome. Of course, it's got all the chrome it needs, which is not very much. Anyway, that enough about that guy, because I don't have his contact information to give y'all. Let's see. Let's go ahead and continue talking about cars. My two favorite cars in the world are, some people are going to say, yeah, it's basic. That's a basic answer, but really, it's not. My favorite ones are a '57 Chevy Bel Air, a '59 Chevy Cadillac, or a '59 Cadillac. Let's see what else. And a '58 Plymouth Fury. I would take the Plymouth Fury and the Cadillac in a heartbeat. But of course, then again, the Cadillac would have to be black. The Fury would have to be red. And anybody that knows that car knows exactly what I'm thinking. Old Christine. I really want that car. I really do. But the Cadillac, yeah, it's got to be black. It's got to be. I'll take a 4-door. I don't mind. I don't mind that one bit. A lot of people turn around there and say, "Oh no, 2-door, 2-door, 2-door." I really don't mind the 4-doors. I don't mind them at all. One, it's just easier to get in and out of. Two, you can turn around there. You can have those doors set up any way you want. You can do a normal door, or you can do suicide door. Suicide doors are awesome. If anybody knows what they are, you understand. If you don't, look up suicide door. You'll thank me later. Well, damn. That was the last Dr. Pepper I have. Which means I gotta find a way to the store and buy some more. I just popped my back pretty good. It felt great. Let's see. But yeah, you see, my wife, her favorite car is a 64 and a half Ford Mustang. Or a 69 Volkswagen Beetle. Those are her two favorite cars. I have been teaching my youngest daughter about muscle cars. We watch Barrett Jackson quite a bit. If you don't know what Barrett Jackson is, I would strongly suggest everybody watch it. The beginning, it's an auto auction, okay? The beginning of it, you're not going to think too much of it because it's just normal everyday cars that anybody can buy. But after the first 2 days, then you start getting into the stuff that collectors want. And the collector cars are expensive as hell. Sorry about the cussing, but they are expensive and they are beautiful. And then you get into then later on in the week, you turn around there, you get into the auction turns into a charity thing. You'll turn around and find cars that'll go up, let's say, like, for instance, Make-A-Wish. If you know what Make-A-Wish is, cool. If not, I'll explain. Make-A-Wish is an organization that turns out that says that helps children who are terminally ill or almost terminally ill. Like, say, okay, my daughter, my oldest, she had stage 4 cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is just another fancy word for cancer. Well, she had stage 4. Well, Make-A-Wish Foundation turned around there and they found out about it. They turned around there and they came up and they turned around there and says, okay, we'll give you 1 day to where you can do anything you want, and it's on our tab. Well, first off, she wanted to turn around there and go to Canada to turn around there and meet the cast of Supernatural. Well, they turned around there and said no because I guess they get that happens a lot. So and they just can't deal with any more heartbreaks stories. I don't know. All I know is she wasn't able to do that. So her next one was a shopping spree. That was the worst day of my life. A shopping spree in a mall with a teenage girl. She was 16 years old. You imagine what the damage a 16-year-old girl can do? Especially when you turn out there, you have jewelry shops and... Ugh. Oh, yeah, I'm thankful though. She got to have the time of her life. She is now 22 years old and a mother. She was told that, her chances of having children were slim. So, I'm glad, everything turned out all right for her. I wish some things would be different. I know I'm a parent. Any other parent out there would understand exactly what I'm talking about. About, your children making better choices and stuff like that. My child is no exception to that. I kind of wish she would make better choices, but she doesn't. But hey, y'all want to see my youngest? Got it done, Jesse.
Hello.
That is my youngest, and yes, I am sitting on the floor.
I am very tall.
Yeah, okay, you're tall. Go.
Hello, Brian.
But anyway, yeah, I wish she would make better choices. I wish my oldest would make better choices, but she's her own person, And that's what we want. We want, our children to be their own to be their individual selves, but at the same time make, correct decisions, which is a bit of an oxy. You cannot have two things you cannot have both of them at once. It just doesn't work. My youngest, she's pretty bright. She really is. My wife last night, my wife turned us there and she goes, I sure do love my heathens. And my youngest, without missing a beat, she turned and says, we are not uncultured swines. Which made my wife's jaw just hit the floor because she's like, my baby's growing up. She knows the definition. It's made her sad the rest of the night because realizing that, the baby of our children is actually growing up. Which made me actually laugh because she's just now catching up with the rest of the group. She's been in denial this entire time. And also, Termather and I see, I pick on my wife. I do. I know I shouldn't. But I do it anyways. Because she thinks she's old. And, and every time she hears, how old her children is, she's like, she starts crying and stuff like that. The older they get, the older she gets. And, well, one night I threw it up at her. And it's like, I turned to her. I knew what my daughter had referred to. And I was like, Jesse, you're not supposed to turn around and sit there and say in 11 years you're going to be 19 years old. The look on my wife's face. It was priceless. It really was. And she's the baby of the two, so, And the whole, and what actually, what started all that is the fact that my oldest, every time, she has this habit of turning around there and saying, how long it is until her birthday. Which is throwing a wrench at my wife, turning around there and saying, yeah, I'm going to be this old and you're going to be this old. And, there's times where I get upset at my oldest daughter for doing this. But at the same time, I'm laughing on the inside because the look on my wife's face is priceless. You cannot duplicate that, even if you tried. But anyway, I'm sorry. I do apologize for being boring and kind of bouncing on every little subject. I am really trying. Like I said, this is my 9th video that I've placed here to YouTube, and I've never done anything like this before. So I'm learning. Everything is recorded on my cell phone. I do not have any of the big gadgets that all the YouTubers have. I don't have an editor. I don't have a sound person. I don't have lighting. I don't have a computer. Everything's done on a OnePlus cell phone. And if anybody doesn't know what the OnePlus is, I really like it. I really do. When I got the phone, I turned around there. I was expecting, it like to be all the rest of them, and my wife's phone still being louder. Oh no, I'm blasting her out of the room. She's turning around telling me, turn that down. So, well, you know how it feels, woman. I can turn around there. I can, and when I turned around there and told the salesperson that, he turned around and says, "Okay, since you want to be able to listen to your music over hers, well, here you go." Dude gave me a speaker, a party speaker, not no little things. No, speaker. He gave me a speaker. And then I was like, cool. And my youngest daughter turned, Jessie, she goes, what you gonna do with your old phone? Can I have it? I was like, Jessie, this old phone's broken. That's why I'm getting a new one. He goes, I got something for you too. Here's your new tablet. He threw in the tablet and the speaker and the phone for I believe it was $150. If memory suits me correctly. I think it was $150 for all three. Which, I'm not going to complain one bit. That is a lot of money sitting there. I got my phone here, which, I'm recording on. My daughter is currently on her tablet, talking to one of her friends. Excuse me. Talking to one of her friends. And my speaker is sitting over in the dining room. Every time I go to clean the house or something like that, I turn that thing on, and the moment I turn it on, everybody knows it is loud. I don't even have to be playing music and the thing is turn around and start letting you know it is turned on. And then I'll turn around there. I'll go to my my Spotify or whatever, and I'll turn around there. I'll just play music the entire time. Until I am absolutely done, or until I have nothing left to do. Most of the time it's work until you hurt. Which yesterday kind of, I pulled that one off yesterday, definitely. We had a storm come through, and boy, did my knees feel it. One storm come in, rain like crazy. Then it stopped. 30 minutes later, another storm came through. Rained even harder. Then it stopped. And then it rained again. An hour later. Then it stopped. It's been cloudy ever since. I'm not going to complain about it. It's made it cooler outside. It's not hot. It is hot, but not nearly as hot as it was. That's another one of the reasons why I wasn't able to work on my car today, because the ground outside is not exactly a good conditions to work on a car. The entire driveway is soaked still. And even another thing, I'd also have to have dry spot on the ground. That way I know if I'm still, having issues, with, my, with it leaking. And you can't do that if the ground is wet. Jeez. I didn't realize I've been ranting for about 39 minutes. Time flies when you talk about nothing. But I say I wasn't talking about nothing, but I covered a lot. I really did. That's one of the reasons why I apologize, because I kind of bounced all over the place. I really wasn't actually talking about one subject. I was talking about multiple subjects. I do know this much. My favorite holiday is coming up. Yes, I'm talking about Halloween. It's my favorite, all-time favorite holiday of the year. Why? Because I get to be me. I get to turn around and sit there and scare people. For several years, I turned around there. I used to work in haunted houses. I had the same job in every single one of them. I ran the chainsaw. I was the star of the show. I was the very end of it. I always end up chasing people down the streets. The last place I worked for was it had multiple haunted houses on the property. And there for the longest time, it rained so much that we never had solid ground. It was all mud. I ended up getting hurt working there and haven't been able to do it since. Which is, I miss working haunted houses. I really do. But my daughter is older. My wife's work schedule probably will not permit, me working a haunted house, which means I'd have to be home for a little bit. But anyway, every Halloween for the last, couple of years, I've turned around there, I've dressed up, and like I normally did when I worked the haunts. Psycho with a chainsaw. Well, this year, my daughter was turned out there to be a psycho with a chainsaw as well. So, I'm really excited about that. Only thing is, I gotta turn around and buy her a chainsaw. That, and I gotta teach her how to use one. Which is going to be a chore. That, and whenever they turn us there and they do dress up your Halloween costume for school, she's really going to be upset because she's going to have to find out that she cannot take a chainsaw with her. She's really going to be disappointed. She wants to scare people really bad. And for the longest time, she wanted to go with me to haunted houses so she could help me scare people. But she hasn't been able to because she's way too young. Maybe when she's when she turns 16, then she'll be able to work haunted houses. I just hope that, she actually has fun with it and not try to live up to the standards that she thinks that she'd have to prove to me. I know she could do it. And I know she could have fun with it. Thing is I'm going to have to turn around there and teach her what I know. I don't mind doing that. But that doesn't necessarily mean they will give her the role that I had. They may give her something else that... Because have you ever noticed every haunted house, the person with the chainsaw is always a guy, never a girl. I think it's jacked up because I think the chainsaw with a girl would be more fitting because they can get kind of weird, kind of psycho. A woman with a chainsaw would scare me. Yeah. A woman with a chainsaw would scare me. Because you would never know if this psycho is going to really kill you or not. Anyway, yeah, I think that's going to be all for today. Y'all have a good day. And if you want, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. You do not have to. But if you wanted to, you could. I will talk to all of you tomorrow. Or later, whichever comes first. All right. Bye.